Just like the Jeffersons used to say, we're moving on up. The cruise industry. One thing we know in 2024 is that the cruise industry continues to grow. This year alone, in 2024, the cruise industry will see over 30,000 new berths. That is spaces, beds for people to cruise and enjoy. 30,000. Several cruise lines are contributing to these new 30,000 berths. Mega ships are contributing to these 30,000 berths. We're going to give you an update today on the Icon of the Seas. We're also going to share news from Royal Caribbean International as they already hint at a new class of ship. You're not going to believe what they have to say about maybe their new class of ship. We'll share that with you on the show today. Plus, we're going to share news involving one cruise line saying no more. We don't want you to bring these little ducks that you hide and you have fun with. We don't want you to bring them anymore. Why would they say such a thing? We've got all kinds of things to share with you on the show today. Let's go to the islands right now on Island Time. A big happy Monday to all you islanders. We hope that you had a great weekend and your Monday and your week is off to a great start. We are on Island Time. I am Derek. Let's drop our anchors and take some time to relax in the islands together as we catch up on the latest happenings, the latest news here in the industry. We know that you like to stay up to date with what's going on, so we invite you to subscribe. We are almost at 21,000 subscribers. Go ahead and subscribe. Ring that bell to receive notifications when we upload content. We are diving headfirst today into the cruise news as we take a look at some of the things happening in 2024. One of the things I wanted to share with you on the show today is that 30,000 new berths, new beds, new spaces that come from new cruise ships are going to be added to the industry in 2024 alone. Think about that, 30,000 new berths. Let's say that all of these ships were going to be 7-day cruises. That would be 30,000 new cruisers in addition to all the other cruisers, thousands of cruisers that cruise every week. You'd have 30,000 new cruisers per week. But some of these ships are not 7-day ships. They're 4-day ships, 5-day ships. So you're looking at 45 or 50,000 new cruisers every single week across the industry. This is coming from new build, and it's a third of the new berths are coming from Royal Caribbean International alone, as the Icon of the Seas will host over 6,000 passengers. They also have the Utopia of the Seas coming out this summer, going to host another almost 6,000 passengers. So 11,000 of the passengers or more are from Royal Caribbean alone. The Sun Princess is coming out as well. The Sun Princess is going to have over 4,600 in its occupancy. You're also having Disney coming out with a new cruise ship. Virgin Voyages coming out with a new cruise ship. But 30,000 new cruisers traveling on cruise ships. We're excited about that in 2024. Let's quickly give you an update on the Icon of the Seas, where she left Puerto Rico yesterday. She's headed to Perfect Day at Coco Cay, and you may be wondering, why is she headed there? Of course, she's eventually going to Miami later on in the week, but right now she's headed to Perfect Day in Puerto Rico. She dropped off some of the shipyard crew members. She took on some crew members that will work on board, and now they're headed to party. Listen to this. Michael Bailey, Royal Caribbean International CEO, shared this: "Our amazing Icon crew will be the first to experience the biggest and best private island party at the new Hideaway Beach." Hideaway Beach is an all adults only area, a 1-acre beach on Perfect Day at Coco Cay. It has cabanas, bars, restaurants, in-water hammocks for adults to enjoy. And Royal Caribbean International is saying thank you to their crew members as they take them to Perfect Day, let them get off the ship, and they're going to experience, as guests, the new Hideaway Beach that is opening just as the Icon of the Seas opens up as well. Michael Bailey went on to share this as well. "This break is so well deserved, as they've been working hard to put the finishing details on Icon, making sure the ship is just right for our first guest. I am so grateful for this startup crew and the years of expertise and passion they bring to the world's best family vacation." Crew members are excited about this party, as you can imagine. Royal Caribbean is using this as a way to say thank you to their crew members, but they're also testing Hideaway Beach and the facilities and the offerings as passengers will be at Hideaway Beach very, very soon. We're excited for the crew members. Listen to this. The Icon of the Seas will arrive in Miami January the 10th. That's coming up quick. January the 10th, she will be in Miami. There's all kinds of festivities and parties planned. She's going to be in Miami until the inaugural sailing, which isn't until later in the month, January the 27th. So all kinds of festivities on board. There will be some media events, travel agency events. We may end up in Miami. Who knows about that? We'll see what comes of that. To wrap things up, Michael Bailey shared this. Wednesday morning, we will have a huge celebration planned for all of our shoreside teams, and guests and loyalists are also welcome to see this historic occasion. Let's wake up the whole city with our excitement for the Icon of Vacations arrival home. We're excited about that. We will keep on sharing updates with you for Icon of the Seas. Many of you are selling her. Let us know in the comment section below if you are selling her or if you have at least looked at her. Prices for the entire year into next year are high. They are crazy high, but so many of you are cruising. We will continue to share updates as well. Royal Caribbean is also in the news today because they shared that they are looking at building a new class of ships. All of us who follow the industry know that for years and years, Royal Caribbean has owned the title of having the largest cruise ship, and that title has been handed off from cruise ship to cruise ship to cruise ship. Currently, the Wonder of the Seas has that title, but here later this month, the new ship, Icon of the Seas, will host the title. And some of Royal Caribbean's most loyal fans, the cruisers who have been cruising with them for 30 years, have said, hey, we love the new ships. We love the new offerings. But we also think that you have forgotten about the smaller ships. We think that you have forgotten about ships that are able to go everywhere around the world. What are you going to do about that? Matter of fact, one loyal Royal Caribbean cruiser wrote this to Michael Bailey, and probably to his surprise, Michael Bailey wrote him back. Listen to this statement in question here from Royal Caribbean. Mr. Bailey, you said years ago that Royal Caribbean was going to come out with smaller ships and get to smaller ports that people want, but the ships get larger and larger, and it's repetitive for Coco Cay. It's time to listen to guests who have stayed loyal for over 30 years. People want different ports. Royal Caribbean has played around with this idea of building smaller ships for a long time, but they haven't built a smaller ship in over a decade. We know they can do it. Royal Caribbean Group, who owns Royal Caribbean International and Celebrity Cruises and other cruise lines, Royal Caribbean Group has built smaller, mid-sized ships for Celebrity. So we know that this can be done. This is not just where their focus has been. And this cruiser here points it out. Michael Bailey responded to this cruiser on social media and shared this. The Royal team is working on a new class, and I hope if all the needed hurdles are tackled, we can announce something this year, 2024. It is a journey. Don't forget, Serenade just sailed on the Ultimate World Cruise with 274 days of global adventures, lots of new ports, Michael Bailey said. But in that statement, does he not say, we're looking at building a new class of ship, and the new class of ship will be a smaller class of ship? Can you believe a cruise line is saying that? Especially Royal Caribbean International. I know this is welcomed news for those of you who like smaller ships. We just cruised on a Carnival Jubilee. She's a great ship. She's a beautiful ship. She is a big ship. But it is challenging. I could see where those who have mobility issues, those who don't want to spend 10 or 12 minutes walking from one side of the ship to the other, want something smaller but have some of the same offerings and able to go to all parts of the world. It's going to be interesting to see if 2024 is indeed the year, if all those hurdles are tackled and Royal Caribbean announces yet another class of ships, but this time being smaller in nature. Islanders, let me ask you this. Do you think that this would be a welcomed change? A smaller class of ship. Would you like to see Royal Caribbean or your cruise line of choice scale it back just a little bit and build a smaller ship? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. We cannot wait to hear from you on that. I also needed to share this story with you. Several people reached out about this story and said, is it true? It is indeed true. One cruise line, Disney Cruises, is ending all but ending a popular onboard activity that has taken off since 2018. I think it started on the Carnival Breeze, as a matter of fact, and that is these things right here. These ducks. Look at that duck we found over our Christmas inaugural selling there on the Carnival Jubilee. An absolutely beautiful Christmas tree duck. My kiddos enjoy this. Here's another one here from Casey in Lauren, Texas. Another Christmas duck. It's got the bells. We found, my kiddos, of course, were with us, and they found so many ducks here. Here's another one here from Casey. Look at that. Look at those presents, those gifts right there. So cool. It really is. These ducks have become popular for kids to hide, for adults, for kids to find, for adults to find. It's become an activity across the industry that has grown so much, and for some reason, we don't really know what it is. Disney Cruises, they've said, you know what, we don't really want you to do that. Now, let me be clear in this. Disney has not banned these ducks from on board. They're not going to take them from your luggage. That's not what the announcement said. The announcement, though, heavily discouraged you from hiding these ducks. Here's what it said. According to our policy, guests are allowed to bring rubber ducks on board. However, it's important to note that pool toys, including rubber ducks, are not permitted to be used in pools. Additionally, we kindly request that guests are not allowed to hide items such as rubber ducks in public areas or staterooms. An interesting statement there from Disney. We do not know why, and Disney didn't provide context of why they're saying, please do not hide the rubber ducks. Again, it's become a popular game for kids and adults alike. So many people and so many of these ducks have journeys. People find them, they re-hide them. There's even websites and groups that you can follow the journey of a duck. There's some ducks that have been on more cruise ships than us people have been on. But it's interesting that Disney is making this announcement. We'll see kind of how other cruise lines are responding. We have seen some cruise lines responding with different messages, and they're as confused as we are. John Hill, brand ambassador for Carnival Cruise Line, did share this. Many of the crew love finding the ducks and have them in their cabins as they bring them cheer. We have absolutely no problem with guests leaving them, as we do think it's fun. Now, some reports for Disney has shared that crew members have been instructed that if they find these ducks in public areas, they are to take the ducks and discard of the ducks. We have some of you islanders who are selling Disney, and you can confirm that, but there's been several people online who have asked crew members about this or seen crew members find the ducks, discard of them, because that is now Disney's policy. It's interesting. Islanders, let me ask you this. Why do you think Disney? Is it a germ issue? Is it an issue that people are starting to look in public areas? Maybe they're wandering into areas that aren't so public, crew-only areas and things like that. Why do you think Disney made this decision to really end this game of the duck hiding and finding process? And let me ask you this. Do you hide and or find ducks on your cruises? Let us know in the comment section below. Islanders, that is the cruise news for today. A big 2024 is in store for all of us. Even Nassau, Bahamas, who breaks single-day records all the time, they broke their yearly record in 2023. 4.4 million people cruised and visited Nassau in 2023. They're excited about that. 1,210 cruise ships visited Nassau, and they're looking for even a bigger year. 4.4 million last year. They went 5.6 million people to visit Nassau. It is a busy time in the industry. We're entering wave season. There will be many American families who receive a tax return coming up very, very soon, and who pay for their vacation based on that tax return. It's a busy time in the industry. We're looking forward to a great year, and we're looking forward to it with you as well. We help so many of you plan, book, and manage your cruise. If you need any help at all, let us know. Email us at travel@bookislandtime.com. We will help and do everything we can to make sure that you get the best price and value for your cruise. We'll help you pick out the perfect cruise line, ship, itinerary, all of it. You don't pay us anything at all. If we can help you, email us travel@bookislandtime.com. Until then, we'll see you in the comment section below on our Facebook page and tomorrow right here on Island Time.